On the way to Quezon City on a Saturday morning, together with my brother-in-law on the right side, and in the driver's seat, my nephew. Our task of the day is a very pleasant one: to buy a new Honda CB650R with e-clutch. But before we can do this, we have to go all the way through Manila and through a lot of challenging traffic. Here we are still south of Manila with approximately 2.5 hours on the road. Time for a breakfast. The traffic is not that bad since it is still early in the morning. Here we are. Jollibee. This is a Philippine version of McDonald's, but with Philippine food. So you can get rice in the morning. To me, the two structures ahead, it looks like they are service robots instead of humans bringing your order to your table. These robots will do the job. Let's see if we can catch one in action. Here we go. And here it comes back, having its job done, as it seems. Going back to its place and taking a rest. Fantastic. After having witnessed the latest and greatest technique in Jollibee, and of course having had our breakfast, we continued our voyage towards Quezon City, preparing ourselves for more traffic than we had experienced as of now. An Okay store already open, and the traffic is picking up. Here the traditional passenger jeepneys, as they existed when I was the first time coming to the Philippines. In this regard, nothing has changed. You see here the driver holding paper money between two fingers of this left hand. At the roadside, people waiting for the jeepneys to come. Manila is near. And here we are on the opposite side of the Manila airport. You see some planes of Philippine Airlines being parked at the terminal. And this is Manila with its typical traffic situation and its high-rise buildings. Here we are on EDSA, going north, approaching Quezon City. As you can see, they put up dedicated bus lines on EDSA which may not be used by other vehicles. We finally arrived. First impressions of the showroom. A lot of bikes, but mostly of them small displacement bikes. This is a CB650R with the wrong color. My brother-in-law collecting the first impressions, sitting on this kind of bike. Looking around the place of this dealership. Until we get to the real McCoy. Here it is. The real bike in red. The dealer in Quezon City was the only dealer who had a CB650R with E-clutch and in red. All the others, also the one in Lipa, had black units only. I think it's a real beauty. First physical contact with the new bike. He looks somewhat comfortable right from the beginning. A quick glance into the repair shop. And the showroom for the big bikes, which are not that many. This is the moment to seal the deal. I enjoyed myself in the waiting area, watching The Lion King. Payday, but the cashier didn't want her face to be shown. Okay. This is the very busy area around the Honda dealership in Quezon City. A lot of traffic, up and down. Next step was to have our lunch in a Filipino eatery nearby. They call it Turo Turo. The food was very nice. Original Filipino cuisine. Simple but good. From here we went back to the dealership to pick up the bike. Where's that thing? There it is. The plastic from the seats been removed, and of course the battery had to be installed. Here's some additional explanations. The first time my brother-in-law is starting his bike. Wow. The headlight looks a bit like a horseshoe. It makes it look somewhat special. The TFT display seems to be on all new Honda models from 2025. The new Rebel 1100 also got one. checking the signal lights and brake lights.
So, warranty natin sir, 2 years warranty, electricals tsaka makina. So sa warranty na yun sir,
After sitting and after starting, now sitting, starting and riding is on the menu. The dealership here has a huge hall where you can get a first impression from your new bike. Looks good. One more round. Going home, my brother-in-law decided to have it transported. The bike is in the white transporter ahead of us. Why transporting? With the traffic, stop and go in Manila, Quezon City, and maybe later also Dasmariñas City. It's not a good situation for a new bike and for somebody who rides his bike for the first time. So he decided to have his bike transported up to this point. This is behind Manila, in a subdivision where one of our nieces lives. On top of that, we needed a helping hand, since the transporter only had one driver and no ramp for a secure unloading of the bike. We had to carry it out. Here the bike is the first time in the wild. From here it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours drive going back home. After taking some refreshments, we said goodbye to the niece and her husband, since it was also late in the afternoon. Here my brother-in-law stands waiting for us, but he will overtake us and go ahead. At a later point we met again at a gas station. Our trip back home was uneventful. The long shadows show that it is already very late in the afternoon, and when we arrived at home it was dark. We had a blast of a day, coming home with a new bike, the Honda CB650R with e-clutch. Wow!
Ease the seat back.